Hi, my name is Gerda Barnellis. I'm a student at GCU University. This video was created with parents in mind. I know it's not easy, parents, so we got your back. All right, so I'll be reading from a handout. I will attach the link to the handout in the description box. This was also created for the parents in mind, okay? Today, I'll be explaining IDEA and the IEP process, also known as IDEA. All right, let's start. IDEA stands for the Individuals with Disability Education Act, as I mentioned before. It is the nation's special education law. It gives rights and protection to students with disabilities. IDEA covers students from birth through high school graduation or age 21, whichever comes first. Parents and legal guardians also have rights under the law. For a student to qualify for the IDEA service, the student must have a disability and need special education to make progress in school. Now I'm going to be explaining IEP. An individualized education program, IEP, is a written statement of the education program designed to meet a child's individual needs. Every child who receives special education service must have an IEP. That's why parents do play an important role in the IEP process. Now I'm going to be explaining the components of the IEP. There are several components of IEP. I'm going to list some right now. And if you go to the handout, you'll have a better breakdown, of the IEP process. All right, components of an IEP. Present levels, IEP goals, progress monitoring, supports and services, LRE, standardized tests, start date, frequency, and transition plan. Now I'm going to be talking about FAPE. FAPE stands for the Free Appropriate Public Education for Students with Disabilities. The federal law guarantees the right to a free, appropriate public education to students with disabilities. That can also include students with learning and thinking differences. FAPE is known as a powerful legal right for students. What it covers can help parents and caregivers advocate for services and support their kids' needs. That sounds like awesome news. It also helps schools and families partner together. Yes, parents, we need that. Regardless of age, students are eligible for state assistance and services. Any school-age individual is guaranteed the appropriate education allocated in FAPE and the IDEA, the Individuals with Disability Act. Now we're going to move on to the LRE. The LRE stands for the Least Restrictive Environment. The LRE means students who get special education should be in the same classrooms as other students as much as possible. That's why the general ed teacher is also important. Public schools are supposed to have students who get special education service learn in the same classroom as other students. This gives them an experience of a different environment from the special needs school. Unless there's a strong reason like going to a special education school, like I mentioned before, kids should be in those general education classrooms. The LRE is a principle that is an important part of the Individual with Disability Education Act. You'll see that in the U.S. Special Education Law. And providing proper assessment in a unique but adequate learning atmosphere. We're going to move to the next part, which is determining the eligibility. The IDEA includes the following additional procedures when evaluating and determining the existence of a specific learning disability. A team may determine if a child has a specific learning disability. Observation will be done. There will be a written report for a child suspected of having a specific learning disability. The documentation of the team's determination of eligibility must include a statement of whether the child has a specific learning disability, the basis for making the determination, the relevant behavior noted during the observation of the child. Each team member shall certify in writing whether the report reflects his or her conclusion. There are two components that must be presented in order for a child to be eligible for special education and related services. All right. In order for a child to be declared eligible for special education and related services, it must be determined that the child is a child with a disability and is in need of special education and related services. Now we're going to talk about collaboration, which is very important. As a parent or a caretaker, you initiate the process. It is important parents and caretakers do not relax in their efforts to provide teachers and other paraprofessionals in any new developments that could impact a student's success. It takes collaboration from professionals providing valuable data and from caretakers to provide a clear look into what cannot be seen in the classroom. You hear that, parents? So that's why you play an important role in this process. Now we're going on to the referral and evaluation process. Parents should call the local school district. Very important. Request an evaluation. When calling the district, parents should ask for the person responsible for the child find. I'm going to repeat, child find, and tell them that they're interested in a special education evaluation for their child. They should mention again the child find service. Ask for a representative to contact them and make a referral to the school. Again, this will be in the link to help you understand the process. Upon approval, parents should provide medical documents and all necessary documents needed before requesting evaluation. Make copies, keep documents, upload, submit, do whatever it takes to get your child eligible. All right, now we're going to talk about the annual review process. During the annual IEP meetings, we will focus more on the student's overall progress. With the parents, we will look at the child's present level of performance based on data like grades or test scores. Then we will review progress towards annual goals and the student's individual supports and services. Now we're moving on to the procedural safeguard. If a child has an IEP under IDEA, the parents have important legal rights. These procedural safeguards are given to the parents in writing by the child's school. Prior written notice. What is a prior written notice? The IEP, or the Individuals with Disability Education Act, provides for the right of parents to receive prior written notice. And each time the school processes to take or refuse to take certain action related to their child. Related services means transportation and such developmental, corrective, and other supportive service as are required to assist a child with a disability to benefit from special education include speech languages, pathology, and audiology services, interpreting services, psychology services, physical and occupational therapy, recreation, including therapeutical recreation, early identification and assessment of disabilities in children, counseling services, including rehabilitation, counseling, orientation, and mobility services, and medical services for diagnostic or evaluation purposes. All right. So like I said, the link will be in the description with all this information and some more. And there'll be some resources on the Virginia website, and that I have those linked in this video as well. I'm in the state of Virginia, so you would have to find out the resources for the state that you live in. I hope these tips were helpful, and parents, we have to put our heads together for the kids. We are here for them. All right. You have a great day. Bye.